I'm only telling people in English language what the Quran says. I don't.
So now, what you guys, when you watch
I'm
me,
only
what
telling
I do
people
is,
in
from what the Arabic language says, I go to English language and tell you, if you go to Quran chapter 3, verse 4, God says this, 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 this. That's all I do. But people think I'm doing tafsir. I'm giving my own commentary again. This is what people normally think. I don't do commentary.
What? Angel Gabriel is associating with Allah.
You don't understand.
Using P for both of them.
Simple, you don't understand. This is simple logic. For instance, Satu, I'm working in the sales and marketing department, right?
Okay.
I'm the supervisor of the branch I work.
Okay.
So I'm more like a boss in my branch.
Okay.
Now, when the boss gives me instructions, I come to the workers.
Okay.
I speak in the position of the boss to the workers. And then, listen, then when the worker is making mistake, I'll tell him, we don't do this here. I use the word, we don't do this here. We do it this way. The we I'm using, so it's a simple logic. The we I'm using, listen. The we I'm using is based on permission and authority. So I can say, we don't do this here because the boss has made me the supervisor to instruct the other workers. I'm only telling people in English language what the Quran says. I don't.
So now, what you guys, when you watch me, what I do is, from what the Arabic language says, I go to English language and tell you, if you go to Quran chapter 3, verse 4, God says this, 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 this. That's all I do. But people think I'm doing tafsir. I'm giving my own commentary again. This is what people normally think. I don't do commentary.
The brother just said he doesn't do commentaries. Is that a true statement? Is that a true statement? This is the brother we are going to speak about. Greetings, family. May the peace of Christ be with you all. Okay, I'm not feeling that way today, but I will try my best. Okay, so please forgive me if I am not sounding clear. Okay, but I still needed to do this video and let people understand. Let me come clear. Let people understand that just because someone, right? Let me see how I can do this. No, I want to be on the screen too. Let's see. So we are going to speak about Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer. Okay. We are going to speak about Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, who has a platform on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok. His name, the correctional officer, right? And then it's like he made a video about me myself, right? And I want people to understand, just because somebody is calling himself the correctional officer, hey, Sammy, you're steady. Let's share there, okay? Just somebody is calling himself the correctional officer doesn't mean like he is correct all the time. He made a response video to me. The arrogancy, that is his main problem, is he is too arrogant. You see, somebody can be confident, and you should be confident in yourself. But there is a difference between you being confident and you being arrogant. And he is not like the previous live stream that we did. Somebody in the comment section even said he doesn't even understand English as he claims. He is only confident in boasting about him being perfect in English. He is such an arrogancy, and I'm going to prove it to you. Even though he is speaking out of ignorance to his audience, right? None of them is going to like say, Baba Shuaib, no, this is not true what you are saying. He calls me low IQ. This brother calls me low IQ. I am not at his level. I am so he is way beyond me. He is not even going to bother himself responding to my video. We shall see about this. We shall see if he will bother himself responding to my videos or not. You will see this video is going to be like the barrier, not like in the form of like in the form of his career, being the correctional officer. I don't wish anything bad. I don't wish anything harmful for him in his personal life. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm when I use the word barrier. I'm not speaking about something bad happening to our brother here. No, but the way that he comes out and boast and pretend as if he is the one who knows everything, and he coming at the Bible, claiming that those following the Bible lives in a glass house, and then he lives in the metal house. So we cannot come at him, but he can come to us. He can come at us. We the Christians. You are going to see in this video for yourself. Because of his arrogancy, he's like when he always plays the video for his audience, and then he attached to it somebody laughing at you or something like this. This kind of how do you call it? You see somebody will be laughing at the background, and then it may seems like he has a point. I don't understand. If I am the low IQ and I can fish out his mistakes, so what about his audience? Who are they? How come they cannot fish out his mistakes? How come they cannot point out his mistakes? So they are even lower than the low IQ guy. Do you get a point here? They are lower than the low IQ guy. He lies to the audience and said he doesn't do tafsir. He doesn't interpret. He doesn't explain anything. He just do the translation from Arabic to English. He just translates it for you. He doesn't do his own tafsir. He doesn't give his own explanation. In that you see now, I caught him. I played the video for you. He was doing explanation. He was giving an example, a poor example too, a very, very weak example. What he was saying was the angel Gabriel, even though the Quran says Allah is unlike anybody, Allah cannot be compared to anybody. According to Baba Shuaib, he says when the angel comes down, when an angel is speaking in the Quran, the angel is the one speaking and saying we. So when the Quran says there are some parts when Allah is saying we send down this. When Allah uses that word, it is not Allah who is using this word, it is the angel who is using we. So the we stands for the angel and Allah. And Allah has given that angel the permission to attach himself to Allah. So when the word we is being used there, it is the angel and Allah. But the angel never sent anything. The angel is just a messenger. And he was giving an example using his work. Imagine you work in a company and you sell meat. That is, he used an example of selling meat. Let's say there is a big meat factory. And the butchers, those who butcher the meat or kill the cow or whatever and butcher the meat, right? And then we have cleaners, people who come and do the cleaning in this company. If someone is not even a butcher and then he is only a cleaner, and someone asks the cleaner, do you sell cow meat in this shop? The cleaner can say, yes, we do, because he works for the company. He can use the word we. Him using we, he doesn't need the permission because that is the work that they are doing. What they are doing there is they are selling things. He was trying to say that the CEO, the boss, because he is the supervisor, has given him the authority to use we. That is your job. It doesn't even make sense, but that is a different matter, okay? Now we are going to see in this video here, please, how do we honor God? I want people to interact with us, okay? Because you are going to see the arrogancy and how he's going to embarrass himself. He thinks he's embarrassing me, but he was embarrassing himself. Even Sami is here, okay? Sami, you are not a Christian, I know. You are a CSF guy. So stop preaching Jesus and now talking about Prophet Muhammad. Manseto, you are going to Sewala. This Sami guy is not a Christian, he's not a Muslim. He's like they are the wise people. They call themselves the wise people, the common sense guys, right? Sami, please. I want you to do me a favor. How do we honor God? If somebody says he wants to honor God, what are the things that he will do to honor God? Can you give me an example? Please, anyone watching us, let's see. How do we honor God? Okay, let's see. You have some Muslims here, okay? Kagaran. How do you honor Allah? How do you honor Allah? Please, give us an example. Okay. Bin Salim is also here, okay? There are two gods in heaven. One is seated next to his father. Okay, that is what there are two persons, one God. That's what we believe in. Okay, but I want you to see this brother is a Muslim. Now I want the Muslims to show me, to prove to me, how do you honor Allah? How do you honor Allah? What do you do to honor Allah? Okay. Okay, please. Is it to convert from Islam to Christianity? Exactly. To honor God, convert and come. Okay. But I want the Muslims to see, because you are going to see the logic that Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, is using here. You see that none of the Muslims are typing. They are not being able to give an answer. How do you honor Allah? How? By doing what? Now let's go and let me play the video, because I'm still monitoring. If somebody can give an answer. Thank you, Freddie. Freddie has given an answer here, okay? To praise, to follow, or let me say, to follow his commands, to worship. These are all to honor God, to praise God, to follow his command, to obey him, to worship him. These are all attributes. These are all things that we do to honor God. These are all things that we do to honor God. Now let's see. So if somebody say, I'm not going to speak much, but I want you to see something. He presents himself as the knowledgeable person. And if you disagree with the brother here, you can also type in what you think. How do you honor God? Type in. I want you to also type in and say your opinion. Because maybe I am the low IQ here, according to this brother, Baba Shuaib. Okay, Quran says, if you love Allah, then follow what the prophet tells you. That's not what I'm asking you. I say, how do you honor Allah? How do you honor Allah? How do you honor Allah? That's what I want you to answer. Answer this question. I have the video here, right? The video is here, clearly. So I made a video telling people, right, according to the Bible. Look at the Muslim brother. Define the word honor. Now he doesn't know what honor means. You see that all of a sudden the Muslim brother doesn't know what the word honor means. Did Allah say in the Quran you should honor him or not? Probably not. That is why he doesn't know. Is there a verse in the Quran where Allah said you should honor him? Give us, please. I want to know. So if Allah didn't say you should honor him, that means you shouldn't honor him, right? That's the logic of the Muslims. They keep on saying, where did Jesus say, using the specific words to make the point, where did Jesus say, honor me or do this to me? That is before they will accept. Okay, so let's say let me show you something here, okay? Before we go to this brother. Let me show you something here. According to, let me show you this on the screen. On the screen right now, honor God meaning. That's what I typed in the search bar. Honor God meaning, the meaning to honor God. What does it mean? It says here, to honor God means to recognize his authority, to worship him, obey him, and show him a special, special and amazing he is. How special and amazing he is. That is what this word honor means, to honor God. You see what it says? It is on the screen. You can read it for yourself. To honor God means to recognize his authority, to worship him, to obey him, and to show him how special and amazing he is. Now let's listen to the arrogant and the ignorant, the correctional officer. You will see what I mean. Just because somebody is laughing after he played a video for you doesn't mean he is making sense or he's telling the truth.
Thing he's going to speak about.
Just because he's playing my video for you and laughing and making some kind of mockery, it doesn't mean he's telling the truth. I've shown you according to the honor, to how to honor God. Let's continue. Let's listen.
Okay, let's go to the second option thing he's going to speak about. Let's see.
So let's continue.
Never told anybody that worship me.
Look at this. Jesus never said we should worship him. Are you sure?
Yes.
He makes the statement on his platform. Nobody's going back to check. Nobody's going to back. Did Jesus really say this? Let's put it on the screen. Let's see what Jesus said. Because it's amazing. They are all there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where he's going to embarrass himself again. Be ready to laugh, please. Be ready to laugh. Seto is going to prove to us where Jesus said, worship me. Worship me. He's going to prove. Look. Be ready to laugh, please.
According to John chapter 5, verse number 23, Jesus is the one speaking here. That all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. Just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. So according to this statement, the honor that you give to the Father, you have to give just as to the Son. So do you worship the Father? Do you honor the Father? Do you worship him? Do you praise him? Jesus is saying you should also do to the Son.
Oh my God, Seto. Oh my God. Look. Seto nearly gave me a heart attack. Hey, Seto.
You hear that? We are the confused one, not him. Okay, let's continue.
Seto quoted John chapter 5, verse 23. And he says that all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Your same Bible says, honor thy parents. Your parents, you should honor them. Honor means you show respect towards somebody. It doesn't mean worship. You are a dummy, for God's sake. You are stop embarrassing Ghana, Seto.
Okay. Have you heard? Did you hear what he was saying? The Bible said, right? Let me come in. Did you see the arrogancy? That's what I was saying. Just because he was playing for you some kind of laughter and then laughing at himself doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. Clearly, I've already proven to you before he even spoke, to honor God and to honor your mother, you cannot place God and your mother on the same level. And this is the correctional officer. Yes, the Bible said we should honor our parents. But our parents, they are not God. So the honor that you will give to God is not the same. It's not equivalent to the honor you give to your parents. But you see, because he's blockheaded, his arrogance, because he knows that the Bible is, Jesus is saying, the honor that you give to the Father, just as you give to the Father, give to him. And then he has a problem with that. Because if he accepts that truth, because the Bible never said the honor that you give to your father, give that to your Jesus, and give that to God. Or the honor that you give to God, give that to your parents. No. Nobody nowhere is saying the honor that you give to God, give that same honor to your parents. No. But Jesus is saying, just ask. Why do you think he used the word just ask? So because he knows that if he accepts what the Bible says, he has to come to the conclusion. He has to accept that Jesus is claiming for worship. That is why he is now embarrassing himself, pretending he is embarrassing me, laughing, saying honor means respect. Not only respect. The respect that you have for God, is it the same respect that you have for your parents? Even if you use the word respect, God is not like your parents. He is the creator. So the respect that you have for him, you obey him. And that's why I even placed it on the screen. I want people to see. I want his followers to see. It's not about him personally. I'm not here to insult him personally. I just want people to see that calling himself the correctional officer doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. The word honor as a verb in similar words, right? So he is saying honor means respect.
What is this? Baba Shuaib made a claim. I said, show me where Jesus explicitly says, worship me.
As you can see, it's a synonym. It's a similar word for honor is to worship. Worship is synonymous to worship, is to honor. So if Jesus is saying you should honor the Father, just as you should honor the Son, just as you honor the Father, indirectly, he is also saying you should worship the Son, because that's what you do. If you honor God, you worship God. Now, he said he want the word worship before you see how the semantics that he plays. The word is clear. It is there. You can see it. To honor God is to worship him, to obey him. If you obey God, does God demand you to worship him? Yes. So you honor God, you obey God. So if you obey God, you worship God. That is honoring God. That is honoring God. That is simple. Our parents, we honor them, but they are not God. So we give them the honor based on their level, where they are. They, as a human being, as our parents, we honor them. As the kings, the president, we honor them. But they are not God. And the honor that you give to God is to worship him, to obey him, and to show him how special and amazing he is. And because of wickedness, because of the ego in his heart, he knows clearly what Jesus is saying is true, but he wants to deny it. And that is the whole issue here.
Jesus never claimed he is God. He never said, I am God.
You see, so he is like focusing on this exact wording. Exact wording, that is what he would then accept. Even one of you can say things in different ways. Do you understand? You can say the same thing in different ways. Listen to this, Sheikh.
You see, there are so many ways of saying the same thing. You see, there are so many ways of saying the same thing. You see, there are so many ways of saying the same thing. You say the same thing, you don't put it in that order.
Did you get a point? Which is a true statement. It's not like I need this man to approve what I'm saying. We all know there are so many ways to say the same thing. So many ways. You don't have to use the exact words. So when Jesus is saying, right, you should honor me just as you honor the Father. And how do we honor the Father? By worshiping him, by obeying him. Then if you are here, you will be the foolish one to say he never said you should worship him. Because we all know what the honor means. And then you can prove it. It's not even from me. We can prove it from you, from the internet. You see the point here? So him being a correctional officer, there is nothing there. I don't know what his audience, I don't know what they are doing. They just like him. They just like him. They just like his vibe. They just like how he speaks. I don't know. But they are not listening. They are not listening to what he's saying. They are not like analyzing. So how do you honor Allah? How do you honor Allah? Do you honor Allah by praying to him? Do you worship him? Is it part of you honoring him? Then Jesus is saying that honor, let's say, right? I'm just making an example. Could Prophet Muhammad, could any of your prophet that you believe in, Moses, Abraham, Noah, all of these prophets, could any one of them say the same honor you give to Allah, give to him? Can any one of them say this? You will say no. That honor, can Prophet Muhammad claim that you should give him that honor just as the honor that you give to Allah, give to him? Can Prophet Muhammad claim this? You will say no. You have to say no. And why not? Why not? Because you know that Prophet Muhammad is not God. But Jesus is the one saying, just as you give to the Father, give to him the same, exact same, just as. Just because you are laughing at yourself. I was looking at this video. That's why I have to put it in this video so that people will see. Just because somebody is laughing and say, you almost gave me a heart attack. Nothing in there. He's just laughing at himself.
Jesus never told anybody, worship me. You are a fool and a dummy because you don't understand simple English. Auntie Brofo.
Look at, that's what I mean. All these things, no, it does not mean he was making sense. Jesus is clearly saying the honor that you give to the Father, you should give to him. So if you worship the Father, you will worship him. He is clearly demanding worship, because to honor the Father is to obey the Father, to worship the Father, right? You see how he himself, and look at him, he's speaking about English, right? So is that how you translate even the statement, this statement? If people who understand tree who will recognize it's not a true statement. Even my stomach hurts. Is that what the guy said? In this video, he said, Miyem crash me. If someone says Miyama Shemia, right? It's like him saying, like, I'm shocked. I am shocked. What do you mean my stomach hurts? Is that how you translate things? Somebody, exactly. Is that how when somebody say I am shocked, like Miyam crash me, when you see something like, oh, Miyam crash me, it's not saying that my stomach hurts. And this is how you translate things, and then you are coming to tell Baba Shuaib, yesterday. I was watching his response with the lady, and she was shocked because every 30 seconds, insult comes from his mouth. Exactly. Because he needs the attention, right? And then he thinks by him speaking like this, that's what you can say that emotionally triggered. He is emotional. He needs this. He needs this to get our attention. He cannot focus on the message. Okay, he cannot focus? He needs to speak like this just to get the attention, because he knows the kind of people who will follow him, who will listen to him. Without the insult, maybe he will not get this attention. That's why he needs it. Why would you be saying this and be insulting? Let's continue.
You have a problem, so you need to see an English doctor to help you to understand the word worship is not the same as the word honor.
So you get a point here. And when we check biblically, religiously, to honor God is to worship God. Biblically, scripture, religiously, when it comes to God, to honor God is to worship God, is to obey God, respect God, revere God, put God in the higher esteem. That is to honor God. But he doesn't know. Or he knows, but he knows that his followers are not going to reason because his followers are only going to listen to whatever he says. You can search on internet, you can do a Google search, very short search. You will find out to honor God has something to do with worshiping God. To worship in the older, larger sense, okay, is to ascribe honor, worth, or excellence to someone, whether a sage or a magistrate or God. For many centuries, the term worship simply meant showing respect or honor. But you see how arrogant, him laughing, him playing games, he thinks he like, because his audience, they are only going to settle you finish settle. None of them are using their brain to think for themselves. None of them are thinking for themselves, okay, Baba Shuaib is saying this. Yesterday he was correct. But what he's saying today, is it true? No, none of them is going to do this. Look at how he was, how sure he was. Look at how sure he was.
English doctor to help you to understand the word worship is not the same as the word honor. Right? You can honor your parents, you can honor your boss, you can honor. We worship only God.
You see, you can honor your parents, you can honor your boss. You worship. Do you honor God or you don't want to honor God? And how do you honor God? By worshiping God. So if you say you only worship God, that is his honor. That is that you are giving him, according to your own statement, we worship only God. That means you honor only God by giving him your worship. You see the point here? You honor God, only God, by worshiping him alone.
Quran chapter 4 verse 36, you worship God. Quran chapter 18 verse 110, you don't associate anyone in the worship of your God.
Exactly.
So it is only God who deserves to be worshipped.
Exactly. And that is what we believe. Only God who deserves worship. That is why when Jesus is saying you should honor him just as you honor the Father, Jesus is saying, because we believe that he is God. So he knows that we only worship God, and Jesus is God. That is why Jesus is demanding the worship from the Father also for himself. Arrogance. You see, just because I'm saying, just because somebody maybe can speak accurately, knows how to present the message in a way that is attractive, it doesn't mean the person, right, is always correct. Look at this Muslim brother. He's saying worship is different from honor. And I'm asking you, I just asked you the question. Let's see. You see that he was able to type this right. Let's ask him the question. Mustafa, how do you honor Allah? As a Muslim, just type in the ways you used to honor Allah. How do you honor Allah? I want that answer. How do you honor Allah? Let's see if you can write, if you can write anything else. He was able to type in worship is different from honor. When we are speaking about God, right? God is not on the same level as my parents, as the king, as somebody on this universe. We honor all of these people. But God is different. The honor that we give to God is to worship him in a higher esteem. Now let's see. You see that Mustafa will be quiet. How do you honor Allah? Because they know what the Bible is saying is true. They know what Jesus is saying. Jesus is demanding worship because he said you should honor just us. Just us. That's what Jesus is saying. So they want to like deny that part and now say, no. Honor means only respect. You should honor your parents. Look at what he's writing. Worship is an action word, please. That's not what is that what I asked the guy? I said, how do you honor Allah? That's what I'm asking you. How do you honor Allah? Answer that question. I didn't ask you to define what worship is. How do you honor Allah is what I am asking you. Please, how? Is it by obeying him? Do you honor Allah by obeying him? You can write it there. Do you honor Allah by associating somebody with him? Is that how you honor Allah? I just want to know, do you honor Allah by going against what he says? Do you honor Allah by praying to him? Do you honor Allah by worshiping him? Is it part of honor? I want you to write it for yourself. Let's see. I want you to, what do you mean yes? And somebody is writing this there. You can read it for yourself. That is how they honor Allah. These are all part of them honoring Allah. It's true. So I want you to write it for yourself. And you will see the hypocrisy. Look at this. They honor Allah by obeying him. So by obeying Allah, that is honoring Allah, right? Does Allah command you to worship him? Does Allah demand your worship? So answer that question too. Even if you go with obeying, if you honor Allah, you obey Allah. So if Allah is saying worship him, and then you honor him, you worship him. So if somebody is demanding the same honor that Allah you give to Allah, that includes you worshiping him too, because you obey him. You do what? You obey Allah. Let's continue. You see, to honor, okay? You know, to have honor, to revere, to venerate, okay? It says it there. These guys, they know the truth. You claiming to be the correctional officer. Whom are you correcting? When you yourself, you are ignorant about the topic.
Right? So don't fool yourself. Please go and come back again. You are fooling yourself. I'm even tired. I don't need to respond to you again. We are not on the same level. You know that. I don't need to speak much. Seto, you know that. We are not on the same level. Right? Your IQ is...
You get a point here. So this is how he was speaking about me. To his audience, my low IQ, I am not on this level. You see the arrogancy? Look at how many we are on the screen, right? I am here, I am there, I am here, I am there. The arrogancy. You are not on my level. I don't need to... And then he was the one doing poo-poo. He was one lying to the audience, pretending the word honor, to honor God, has nothing to do with worshiping God. He was the one lying to his audience, pretending like to honor God is just like to honor your parents. Like he putting them on the same level. To honor God is not to respect. Like, look at this logic, because he wants to lie to his people. He is like, I'm not at his level. Baba Shuaib is, I am low IQ. I am not a correctional officer, but look at my response. So this is what I decided to respond to him, and I will post this video separately. Okay, this is a short video. I'll post it too, because this one I am giving a commentary again. Look at the Muslim brother. Seto, please explain Matthew 4:10 for me. He wants to change the topic. You see how desperate they are. Why should I go to Matthew? Why don't you speak about this? How do you honor Allah? Have you given it to us? By obeying Allah. It's by obeying Allah, worshiping Allah, part of you obeying Allah. You know, he wants to change the topic. Because what? They hate it when you are exposing the ones they are lying. If somebody is lying and deceiving people, they don't want you to let the people know that he was deceiving people. No. Change the topic. Go to Matthew 4. The Bible said we should honor the Son just as you honor the Father. Let me try and put it on the screen. He said, oh, but what, honor is not worship. Look at this logic here. let me put it on the screen. That all should honor the Son just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father. So Jesus is standing on the same level with the Father, according to this statement. Whatever honor you give to the Father, you have to give to the Son. And what is the highest honor that you can give to the Father? If you believe in God and you honor God, right? That is why you worship God. So for you, you have to think. When we use honor, I honor my father, I honor my mother, I honor my sisters, I honor my wife. But the honor that I will give to my friend is not the same honor that I will give to my wife. It is based on whom you are giving the honor to. The honor that you will give to the king, the honor that you give to the president, it will be different from the honor that you give to your class teacher. You honor them both, but everyone, it depends on whom you are giving the honor to. The Bible tells us to love our parents, or we should love. The Bible also says we should even love our enemies. The love that I will give to my mother and the love that I will give to my enemy is not the same love. The love that I have for my wife, the love that I have for God, the love that I have for my mother, the love that I have for my brother, the love that I have for my sister, they are not the same love. It is the same word, but it depends on whom the love is going to. Baba Shuaib, think. So when the Bible is saying you should honor the son just as you honor the father, what is the best honor that you give to God? Do you worship God or not? God, you honor him by worshiping him, giving him his praises, giving him his glory, accepting him for who he is. That is the honor that you give to God. So you cannot say, the Bible said you should honor your mother, or you should honor this, you should honor that. And so when you say honor God, it's the same. No, it's not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same. They are not on the same level. I give the honor to my mother, to the honor that she deserves. The honor that you give to you if you are watching me as a Muslim, right? If you are watching me as a Muslim, not even Baba Shuaib, because he made too many poo here. You do honor your parents as a Muslim. You honor your parents, right? You will say yes. The honor that you give to your parents, is it the same honor that you give to Prophet Muhammad? You bring 90 Muslims there or 100 Muslims, 99% of them, 99.9% of them are going to say, no, the honor that they give to Prophet Muhammad is way higher than the honor that they give to their parents. 99% of Muslims, that is their answer they are going to give. I'm not saying it is bad, but I am trying to show you the example of honor, right? But the honor that they give to Allah is much greater than the honor that they give to Prophet Muhammad. Because what? Allah does not share anything with nobody. He is not compared to anybody. So if you say you give the exact same honor that you give to Muhammad, you give the exact same to Allah, that means you are worshiping Muhammad too. That is what you should think about. And that's what this statement is saying. The honor that you give to the Father, that honor, that exact honor, just as you have to give to the Son. So if I honor the Father and worship the Father and praise the Father and give thanks to the Father, I do the same thing to the Son too. I honor my mother, but I will not go and praise my mother and worship my mother the way I worship God. You get a point here? So Jesus is demanding the honor that you give to the Father for himself. He is associating the same honor. And that is why we say Jesus is demanding our worship. Because how do we honor God? Think, Baba Shuaib. Think, Baba Shuaib. You see now, this is my point of view. This is how I understand the text. We read it, right? And then you don't have to use the same exact wording because the words has meaning. The Bible never said honor God just as you honor your parents. But it doesn't say this. To honor your parents, that is a different category. And to honor God is different category. The same word used, but to whom you are using it to makes big difference. Baba Shuaib was laughing in the video saying, the same Bible said you should honor your parents. To honor means to respect. And then he was laughing. Look at the ignorance here. And I was asking this question. You see the Muslims, they are quiet now. They know the truth. They know there is no way out. Because to honor, and this is why Jesus is God. Jesus is demanding, just as This statement right here, nobody can make this statement who is not God. Muhammad cannot make this statement, and they agree. Moses cannot make this statement. Just as it's like somebody demanding, say, respect me just as you respect God. If somebody says this is a blasphemy, you are putting yourself on the same level as God. The Muslims accept when the Bible says the Father, that is God. The Muslims accept that. They accept that the Father is the God, is the only God. They are so when Jesus is saying you should honor the Father just as you should honor the Son, just as you honor the Father, they know that the Father is God. Can you ask for this the same? Can you ask for can Muhammad ask for this? Can Muhammad demand this? Prophet Muhammad, can he demand this in Islam? No, you will say no, because nobody associates himself with Allah. Surugu Kweku was saying something here. He says Baba Shuaib is terribly arrogant. Okay, and that is true. For me, I don't have respect for anyone who cannot worship his creator in his mother tongue. I'm not going to continue this statement, but it's on the screen. You can see it. Exactly. Can you believe when Baba Shuaib is speaking? He was speaking, normal speaking, and he says, all of a sudden, he says something like, in Arabic, we say. He wasn't even reading the Quran. He was just speaking. He said, in Arabic, we say, as if he's an Arabian. In Arabic, we say. And then he mentions an Arabic word. And then previously, he was making a video saying that the Arabs, we shouldn't let the Arabs have control over you. When he was speaking, in this video that I am responding to, if you watch the video, you will see him saying multiple times, in Arabic, we say. What do you mean in Arabic, we say? And then he's now trying to, when I sat down to listen to him, right? All his arguments are weak and poor. Because I was having a conversation with him. I clearly told him I don't speak Arabic. I depend on the English translation. So if I say I read the Quran, I am speaking about the English translation. He was like making a video. He said that because of my foolishness, I don't speak Arabic. I don't know what the Quran says. But you translated the Quran. You gave me a copy of your translated Quran. It is called Quran, the great Quran. But if it's a translation, why do you call it Quran? This guy is amazing. I hope one day I will manage to have the time, and then catch him live. And if I call him, and then if he gives me the opportunity, he will see Pepe. Not insult. I'm not going there to insult him. No, I don't do this. Why would I be sitting here? Because I don't think if I meet Baba Shuaib live, personally, he is going to be able to speak the way he's speaking when he's live. I don't think he's going to stand in front of me, right? And then say the things that he's saying. He's just performing for his audience. He's performing for his audience. He has an audience that he wants to perform and prove something to them. That is all. That's how I see him. So if I am not going to be calling you names in front of you, why would I be doing it live here? If you do something foolish, I can say, oh, this is foolish, and I will prove the reason why, right? If you are being arrogant and claiming you know, but you don't know, and I will point it out. That is simple. Okay. Think, Baba Shuaib, that is what we mean. What is what we meant, or that's what it means. To honor God is to give his to put him into the higher esteem. And that is what this verse is saying. So you cannot say you want the exact words. That is all what he keep on saying. Give us the exact word. We say worship, and you are showing us honor. We keep on. I said, show me where Jesus said, worship me, and you are showing me honor, because he doesn't want to think. Now show me where Angel Gabriel said he is the spirit. Show me where Angel Gabriel himself is claiming to be the spirit. That's what you say, you believe. Baba Shuaib, yesterday. Yes, I can go through all your videos, because it's like for you want to attack. But I have the receipt. I have the references. I can expose you all the time. Exactly. I don't have to come and attack you and call you like foolish several times. You are a fool. You are a dummy. I don't have to do all these things to get my point my point across. I don't have to do this. I just have to go according to what you are saying and let people judge for themselves. You don't have to pick sides. Oh, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian. If you are reasonable, what the guy is saying, okay, this is what the scriptures are saying, and you are a believer too in your religion, and you honor your God. How do you honor God without worshiping Him? How can you actually honor God without worshiping Him? Is it possible, Baba Shuaib? Can you honor Allah without worshiping Him? Without worshiping, you say you honor Allah, but you won't worship Allah. Will you be honoring Allah in that sense? No. So this is what Jesus is saying. And that's what I was asking you. I was asking the Muslims, you see that they are quiet. The honor that you give to Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, is it the same honor you give to your parents? Majority of the Muslims are going to say, no, Muhammad gets the higher honor. But they are not worshiping him. They are not worshiping him. No, because he is not God. But when it comes to Allah, they honor Allah higher than Prophet Muhammad, but they worship him because why? Because he is God, according to the Muslims. Look at this brother. He is so desperate. You see now the point here? When you show him what Jesus is saying, he is desperate, trying to like deviate from the topic. He's not giving us how do you honor Allah. He's not responding. No. He wants to deviate from the topic. He's like struggling. How do I get their attention so that we can deviate from the topic? Show us how do you honor Allah. Let me put out the link, okay? Because maybe somebody wants to call in or join. Let me give out the link. I have a few minutes here. If you want to join, you can join in, okay? Especially for a Muslim, especially for Baba Shuaib. If you don't know how to honor God, and you are the correctional officer, and you are saying you honor your parents, it only means respect. Honor is not like worship. This is what you are laughing. Amazing. And you said God, why did Jesus say I'm God? We have a lot of evidence. He is the first and the last. You accept Jesus is the first and the last. Exactly. So what do you mean he's not God if he's the first and the last? You see now, so all the arguments is give me the exact wording, right? Give me the wording which says worship me. If you say honor me, just as you honor the Father, he's not demanding worship. That's what, so they want the exact wording. But if you flip the same question to them, and then you say, okay, fine, then you should also show us this from the Quran, right? Where like Jesus himself is saying, not somebody is saying that Jesus is, but Jesus himself in the Quran is saying he is the Messiah. If you asked him this question, show us, we want Jesus himself. So if Jesus did not say it with his own mouth, the exact wording, that means he's not true. If Jesus didn't say, I am the prophet, I am the messenger of Allah, that means it's not true. If Jesus, you see now, that's the logic that he's using. Jesus said in the Bible, I am the first and the last. And that is a title for God. Only God uses this title. So if Jesus claims this title for himself, he does not have to repeat it and say, I am God. I made this example for you the other day. If somebody is born on Friday and he says, I am born on Friday, or my name is Kofi. Somebody calls himself Kofi as a Ghanaian, which we all know a Friday born. Someone born on Friday is called Kofi. So if somebody is called Kofi, he doesn't have to tell you that he is born on Friday. It's the same. It's the same. I am Kofi. Oh, so you were born on Friday. So I can go around and say, oh, this guy said he was born on Friday, even though he didn't use this exact wording. So if the word in the Bible means the first and the last is for God, and Jesus says, I am the first and the last, he was sitting on his platform saying, I can be the first and the last of a race. Is that what Jesus was talking about? It's like his followers, I don't know. I am the low IQ, and I can point out his mistakes. And then what about you? Those who are supposed not to be the low IQ. How come you are sitting there? Are you like zombies? And you see how desperate the Muslims are on this stream, not being able to refute anything. Let's listen, okay? Sato SSK, okay? I think I have to end this conversation here. It is a short one so that it will point you, Baba Shuaib, more. Share this video for us, and you should honor God by worshiping Him. To honor God is to worship God. The greatest honor that you can give to God is to worship Him. Doesn't mean because you honor your mother, you should worship your mother as God. But you give Him the honor that she deserves as your mother. Your wife, you give her the honor that she deserves as your wife. Your children, you give them the honor that they deserve as your children. And the honor that you give to God is different from all of them. All of them. That's what you have to think about, okay? Seto SSKT for me, the man will say, I'll end this conversation here. We have somebody have joined us, okay? Kweku Surugu is here. Surugu Kweku is here, okay? Surugu, can you hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear. Seto, let me cast one point.
No, I have time. I have some 20 minutes. Time.
Okay. Okay, so you see, I'm just saying you are getting off.
That is in the video, right? In the video that I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm playing.
So greetings to you, and then greetings to all your followers, your listeners, and then your master Shuaib now. So low IQ. I mean, my Shuaib, then when he popped up, all my social media, no. Let me tell you, but the manner the way our Casano, I stopped listening to him because he talks as if he knows everything. I mean, in the world, which nobody, he never says I know everything. But this is my inferences. This is how me as somebody, as an audience to him. This is also my take. He speaks as if when we are seeing saying, but I mean, we all know something. And we are still learning, And the more you learn, the more you know you don't know shit. You don't know anything. But Baba Shuaib speaks as if he was the one who invented the Arabic language. Okay? He speaks as if he invented it. The way he will say the words, I mean, he's prideful, he understands the language and all that. But the way our canon, like all the other Muslims, Ekrampo and Arabic, that Christopher and the English, so most anti-English, choose to cry most anti. And I mean, about these days, I'm in time, but oh, discussion, we say the animal TV. It is a toy. I think, so Obet Nama, idea that opportunities and can move it to my share. I debate. I've got me only I be first who interview, only maybe only I debate. So, Bessa up in our time or there. Name me insult. I don't say what they're already surveying insult, but only insult need that kind of attack in the film. Then you will face message and they enjoy. Say they are backstage. Yeah, the first still CSF Nigeria never be joining that. Yeah, should be a mama.
Now, okay, Baba, listen carefully, okay? The thing is,
I was even, but let me say this before you ask your question. Yes, I'm ready because you see the under that he's talking about, you guys are talking about. I've been a Muslim and then I came out of it. It means worship. It's not a chair. A chair that you have to honor as used in this context means worship. And if somebody say he understands English better, how the words are used in the context, you wear the word honor, it can mean many different things. Anything your MPs, people in government, you're from honorable, the parliamentarians, you give them the honorable honor. Ufa word no toward the only one word editor, but the meaning of the word comes when you put it in a sentence. So in the religious context, you know, when Jesus or when some kind of religious honor me or talk about worship, not the kind of honor you give to your friend or your leaders in the society or your parents, and yet that kind of honor. No? If I'm honoring my parents or if I'm honoring my leaders, that is a respect. I'm giving them respect. I'm not worshiping them. But if I'm honoring Allah, it's a worship. You know, anything you do in honor of Allah and respect. Listening to the message of Allah, say Allah it's part of you worshiping, you acknowledging His message. A part of the worship. Because worshiping Allah, don't say say me sum or hinibia. A direct physical activity na me more hinino. Say bia me proper hinini fie me kofa me sense you man or kasi say ya na me dinachi me swa na kuya me swa and say me sum or hinino. And I'm a be and only Sassom, yes, Assom living near this Allah. Allah, so many say Allah, Cassa say, you say, not who yes, you man of Krana was from Allah. So honoring here no means worship. And yes, I could buy Allah who are above from pen worship. Ukometa is part of the worship. Who is Zakata is part of the worship. We are fasting in Ramadan is all part of the worship. And a prayer, salat is also part of worship. Worship. When the guy say honoring Allah is not worship. Worship.
No, okay. So everybody get the point here, okay? He's also like saying what I'm saying. To honor Allah, to honor God is to worship God.
Yes.
That's what he's saying. In conclusion, that is all what he's saying.
Now when you worship, how would you even explain honoring God? How would you explain it? Why?
Yeah, but that is what. But he was like, I will play the video again. I want people to understand the way he was arrogantly trying to say, I'm going to like make a mockery of myself. And the way he speaks, you know, is amazing. It's amazing. But I at least I appreciate people like speaking the truth. People need to know. He doesn't know like he claims he does. No,
the word, yeah, like I said, no, the word, he can take the word honor and explain it the way you want to explain it. He'll be right. But when you put it in context, the contextual meaning remains to worship. You cannot run away from it. And in every debate, in every discussion, context is the key. Is the key. Context is the key because one explain based on how it is used or the context. Now, also now we change him. Now we change him. We say honor now. What the mama and you're the same honor now the mama way. So you are putting it in context. Why never say what you say?
Zurugu, listen to what Baba Shuaib said about something being in context. According to him, only fools always want things in context.
Okay, so
that is what he said. Listen.
According to the English, because I depend on the English translation.
Okay.
So English translation.
Yeah.
It says he.
Seto, do you understand context?
Exactly. So you Baba Shuaib.
No, wait. I'm asking you something. Do you understand context?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to read verse 1 to verse 3. Then we see if he's talking about somebody else other than God. Sometimes you can just say a sentence or a statement without actually needing to build a context.
What?
Only fools think whenever you quote a verse to try to make a point, you have to always build a context. Only fools think that way, especially people with shallow thinking. Seto, do you understand context?
Siruku, did you hear what he was saying?
Yeah.
Only fools that sometimes they will always demand some content. Or you will speak down, they will ask for context. So if you're making a statement and you don't give a clear context now, somebody can come to a different conclusion. And then his last video that he did, he said comprehension is the key, not communication. That was something. Communication is not the key, but the comprehension. Some people don't comprehend, and that is the major problem. But how would people comprehend what you are saying if they don't even get the context that you are speaking about?
I don't know why I don't know why Baba Shuaib made that statement. And
I don't get it. The funny statement. If I pick his previous
I don't
statement,
know why he made that
and then
statement.
in his last video, he was saying communication is not the key, but it is comprehension. Which I mean, I don't understand this logic, because if I am communicating, the communication is in my hands. So the way I communicate it, if I communicate it clearly, then they will comprehend it. The comprehension is not in your hands, because the people you don't know how they are imagining it here. So if you
Also, hold on, I didn't hear that, but did he actually say communication it's not what? What did he say? What exactly did he say?
He says communication is not the key, but its comprehension is the key. So
me, like, Baba Shuaib is very cool. I mean, I'm only attacking, not even attacking, I'm only being constructive, criticizing what he's saying. But personally, I know I owe no grudges to him. But I think what he has is what we refer to as mouth diarrhea. Mouth diarrhea is when you have There's a term, colloquial term like that. You deploy words, blah, 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 as if and people are like, oh yeah, wow, I like the way he's speaking. He's eloquent. He's not making sense, because when you study communication or communication skills are understanding, to comprehend, based on how effectively and clearly you are communicating. What I say? Based on how you are communicating, he said, "Someone communicate here, it will never produce any understanding, and I will never get a feedback." And it's based on the medium of communication, the way I communicate, whether I'm using a clear language, jargons, and my words and my non-verbal cues, my facial expression, all this put into the communication to better your understanding. What is it? I didn't know how to check. We be confused, but the purpose of I didn't know what you say simple, because they use different medium of communication, and that's a different method to communicate the message to you. As the method, as to say communication doesn't matter, and I say it's not important, but understand. How do I understand if it's not communicated well to me? And so when he come and he say these things, and he's right now, then I say that's mouth diarrhea. He's saying things without, as the words need but yeah, I still listen to him sometimes, and I'm like, oh, okay. Me and I know the whole thing he's speaking for me now. I have my own big way debate against it, but I had to say, oh, in some now we kind of say, Anna is not worship, communication is not important, but I understand it. I know that you say I can't want to say, but the philosophy, as a whole, it's another issue.
Exactly. So I'm trying to, because I've said it, I want people to see. Okay.
I will be happy if you get it.
I want people to see what he said, so that it will be clear for people to. Let me see.
That's it's
a little bit dark, but
yeah, but that's all like to class,
We all know, your voice in here. We know your voice is what we need, but
it's okay. We 5 boys say Baba Shuaib. Nice guy.
Okay, I think I have it here. Okay, let's see. What's the voice now? Okay, so what's the voice now?
To show you how I said he has, So now listen. No, I didn't give you the understand. I'm telling you what the verse says. Okay. First of all, I'm going to play the first clown. The first clown is Seto. The guy doesn't understand English, and he thinks I'm insulting him. I'm just telling you the bitter truth. I told you.
No, but that is an insult.
And at the bitter truth.
But it's okay. He needs this for his ego, but it's okay.
It's better than sugar-coated lies. So instead of me to romance your ego with falsehood, I would rather bruise your ego with the truth. This is what I do. Quran chapter 43, verse 78, we have brought you the truth, but most of you hate the truth. So if correctional officer has to speak, I have to tell you the bitter truth than to sugar-coated lies for you to enjoy. I don't do that. So embrace yourself, because what is about to come is way bigger than what you
embrace yourself. What does that mean?
Right? So I'm going to play his first video.
Because he's going to play my audio for them, and then embrace yourself. Just hold on tight. He even said, "Go get your popcorn."
His first video, and then you see what the clown is about. Let me share the first video. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I share the video, please kindly listen and listen carefully, because this is the main essential part of everything. Listen and listen carefully when you listen to the video.
So did God give you the permission?
I want that part when where he said about.
But if they don't understand you,
this is the part. Okay.
Comprehension is the key when you are in the position of correctional officer. It is what I'm saying. If a woman say, "Give me bread,"
well, I think so.
Men like to only think in a logical fashion, straightforward, whilst women are thinking in multiple ways. And that is why they have to carry our children for us. You understand? So women are wired. Women will be complete. Comprehension is the key to.
Let me go back.
So I used to think that communication was key until I realized comprehension is the key to everything around you. Comprehension is the key when you are at your workplace. Comprehension is the key when you are married. Comprehension is the key when you are with people. Comprehension is the key when you are in the position of correctional officer. It is not about just communicating. You can be saying thousands of words, but if the person you are speaking to is ignorant, if the person you are speaking to is dumb, if the person you are speaking to is stupid, be rest assured, your communication is going nowhere.
No, but that's not.
Do you get my point? So that is why
he's not defining communication right. Me, I'm a trained teacher. That is not how we define. That's not communication. That's not communication. I wanna put this on record, so that people like Baba Shuaib, well, they need. I don't want to sound the way I want to sound. They need people like me, okay? Because see, some of these things, that is not communication. So communication is passing an understandable information to somebody. I just said, "Oh, me ban me nana me say, me ban na me kika kasa bi say, me be kasa bi a wonte kasa no." Na me kika kasa na say, "Oh, asam na me ka kiro na me wi a." Communication has not taken place. I have not communicated to you. The only time I make mention the word communication, and I say I have communicated, me say there was a feedback. That means you heard the message, you understood it, and you responded. That means I have communicated. But say one TSC now one produce response. Communication has not taken place. So in education, we say communication only took place when the message was understood by the receiver, and the receiver responded with the feedback and their communication. And the Baba Shuaib say, communicate, say ni partner is stupid, I want to say. No, that's not communication. When you communicate, it means the person understood the message. So what I'm telling you, communication. At the man of the blast Katoya, Masakana Botekifana Bayana, Sato, what yana? And so that's not communication. I have not communicated. My man says, Satona, I was what I was Fonka, New Year,
Oh, Matia was so I'm a free Ghana crab by 1 week in the NT.
Okay, now communication has taken place. What you say? Now communication has taken place. What make us say? Communicate, and parent say, okay, and communication. What you say? About English, no English, I'm so from Kakra. Your levels. Your levels.
I said this exactly the same. I said it last week. I said my English is poor. Maybe you are better than me in English, but trust me, Baba Shuaib, the English that you have, you will not be even granted to speak. Some place you will not even be allowed to give a speech there. With this, your English.
That's not communication. That's never communication. He should look at communication very well.
But to me, right, when I was listening to him, this logic that he was using, because if I come here and because people's comprehension, for them to understand what I am saying, I have to communicate to them. I have to bring it in a way that they will understand. So let's say, like, maybe I'm speaking with somebody who has Otibro Fupana who use big words. There are some people now, if I speak with them, I'll probably not understand what they are saying. Even they are speaking English, but the kind of words that they are using, maybe I'm not up to that level.
Yeah.
Okay? So if they want me to understand, they have to communicate with me in a way now. They will use this maybe primarily English, small English, so that I will understand. Let's say this Jordan Peterson. Let's say this Jordan Peterson, right? Maybe he's saying something, he's giving a lecture. Sometimes the words that he's using, I have to wait till the whole sentence is finished, and then I will say, okay, this is what he was trying to say, right? Because they will use some kind of vocabularies, the words that they will be using. I haven't come across these words before. So if he wants to communicate with me, and he wants me to understand, he wants me to comprehend. If he knows my level of understanding, he will break it down. He will use words like go and pick up the book, bring this book, yellow book, or this particular. He will give me the understanding.
Plain language for you to understand. Yeah.
For me to understand. So the
no jargons, no big vocabulary. Yeah.
Yes, the communication will be the key for me to understand. He is not going to say, okay, I'm saying whatever I'm saying, but the comprehension. this is how Baba Shuaib brainwash his followers. Because he is saying it, nobody is going to like counter him. Because as soon as you counter him, he will call you and he will give you a nickname, and then he will say you are one of the people, pagans. He will put you aside. He says all sort of things on his page. Nobody counters him.
Yeah, because we don't speak Arabic, so how are you gonna?
Yes. In this audio, I can play small, but I don't know. Maybe he's going to like. I don't think he will do that, but who knows, right? I don't want him to go like report me to YouTube like I've played his video, right? But I don't think.
I don't think he will do that. So it's for. I don't think he will do that.
That would mean Baba Shuaib is bitter, right? He's like bitter. Let's play small.
Get it?
Get it?
Now,
so
you can communicate all you want to someone, but if they don't understand you, understanding is still about comprehension.
No. No. Baba Shuaib, that is not. You can't say that. You can't say that. What the whole kind, as long as you can't. That's not even a language. You can't say you can communicate and somebody will really understand. Because the moment communication takes place, then it means understand. Because it is the understanding that defines communication.
No,
it's the understanding that defines communication. And you can't say we to communicate here, but we be in say now. Yeah, what kasano? Kasano you know what? Because you can communicate and communicate. Meanwhile, no. Communication takes place when there's an understanding. It's as simple as that. It's as simple. I mean, hopefully he hears this and does his research and then add to his collections. Whatever he has collected, he add to his collection. If not, you're gonna make a big fool of yourself because you don't have to take it from me. Go take your dictionary. Go take your whatever com skills.
Obama will nickname, and then you're going to be one of his clowns. You're going to be clown number 2 or number 3.
Oh, now he won't do that. He won't do that. He won't do that because when you do that, it's okay. So CCI, me find say at least onoba no amount now kasa you fool and now you low akiwa onwaka. But that doesn't define who you are, who I am, who somebody is. The viewers. Tell me my definition of communication. I'm saying what he's saying is wrong. That's not even communication. You don't take it from me. You don't take it from Seto. Don't take it from Baba Shuaib. I'm more educated than we are, right?
Exactly.
People are more educated. So if what I'm saying is I'm lying, then people will know, okay, I'm lying. So Baba Shuaib media, then it fits me. But if people, the audience know what I'm saying is true and they can go look at it, university is in your hand. You have your Google, you have your books. You can call somebody and ask. So who said the Missouri can and the you make a big fool of yourself. You are not the one trying to learn. What you say? And to me, a mistake no be correcting me. I'm not afraid to me shame your account. I am more. It becomes mine. Yeah, it's an idiot.
For him, the ego no, is based on his audience, no. So he don't want to be. He's the correctional officer. He don't want to be corrected. So whenever you are coming to like punch holes in his lectures or like try to let people know, especially when it's coming.
I like that way. Punch holes.
Yeah, when it's coming from a low IQ guy, right? So it's like this low IQ guy is going to like teach me something. No, so he will try to make it seems like he is correct, you are wrong, you are just a pagan, you are just a mushrik, you are just somebody bozo. He will give you a name and then he will say you are a clown, whatever, and then he will present you like that to the audience, and then he will be the good guy sitting there. None of them will question him.
Because if you are talking about, in Arabic we say akal, akal, to reason. This akal.
You see now, he wasn't speaking about the Quran. He just said in Arabic we say akal. So he is not an Arabian. He's not. That was what I was saying. We were not speaking about the Quran. It's not like he was giving something about the Quran. He said in Arabic we say.
The akal is now about communication and answer comprehension.
That is what he said. He said in Arabic. Why do you say in Arabic? Are you an Arabic? Why?
Arabian.
It's still about comprehension.
Let's listen.
Because if you are talking about, in Arabic we say akal, akal, to reason. This akal, when God is asking a question, he can say afala ta'qilun, will you then not reason? That is, will you not understand? You have to use your reasoning. You understand?
So why does he have to say in Arabic?
So hold on 1 second. I didn't actually go on a massacre. Obi na atro or the one natural.
This one is on his platform. He is presenting this for the people. He has circled it. I don't know if he copied this on YouTube or TikTok.
Let me screenshot this so I can call Baba Shuaib and hold on. Let me screenshot. Okay. So I didn't call it a crown. Wait. We come back. I can still see it.
You can see.
That's if you guys don't take it down. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, okay.
Because
so
you can't say that
when he's speaking, sometimes he will say like in Arabic. Why are you saying what is in Arabic? Are you an Arabian? Are you from Arab? Are you an Arabian? No. Why are you saying in Arabic we say? So because he's using the Arab. He has been
communicate all you want to someone.
Okay, Kofi X has joined us too. Okay, Kofi X, are you there?
Manembra, great.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, my friend.
Alice in Ordnung, my dear.
Yeah, I got down. Let's pass.
Okay.
Okay, so now you see, you guys have communicated, but between me and you guys, communication has not taken place. Because my auntie Demoka, what you between the three of us, communication has not taken place. But between the two of you, you understood him and you responded. That's communication.
Exactly.
And you can communicate and communicate. Somebody will not understand that. You don't understand the meaning of communication. What did I mention?
Sometimes and Surugu make a very good point, and said, "Told you him say make it that point." And maybe I know your video. I'll see you with me, on catcher. I'm always backstage.
Okay.
Sometimes the way the topic and I say, Baba Shuaib said the obisia kasa during my debate. I don't feel comfortable even listening to it. What do I say? So needless to talk about even joining. Why did I say? Because sometimes the level of arrogance and ignorance are no display. Like you can always be ignorant and all that, but like that's blatant like insult. It is another level. Because being ignorant, are you ignorant? You don't know. But the way he goes the extra step to belittle somebody you are trying to have an intelligent debate with her, it's not worth our time. And you can see a wasted time crowd. I said, "Oh no, I know why you do it, and I really appreciate it. But someone like me, it's a waste of time for me." How can you come and sit and say communication has taken place without comprehension?
Yeah, exactly. Without comprehension. Thank you. Because it is the comprehension that produces that define. I don't get it. But one so. On starting, no, very. There was a time.
Thank you.
Interview, no, before say to ever for you to send a crowd. Sorry.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
I always say something like online these days. Insult, disrespect has become the new currency. And some people are following the online currency, not the knowledge or the community or whatever they could build. It's just the currency, and that is insult, disrespect, being loud, not giving your opponent the chance to express themselves. And these things, it's we are wasting our precious time. You see, because a waste of time, and it's precious time we are wasting. We could have used it in so many other ways. To Baba Shuaib, like when he started, the first time you interviewed him, I was there. I was initially impressed by his
calm and composed,
composure, and he was all right. He will let you speak. He will go back. He'll give you inferences. He will try to understand things from your perspective. But then I don't know what happened. He switched his style, and that one is not gonna win anybody. He said, "To our menoka, so him said, and send be broke and megas, but But the only way I listen to you, and he said, I see even in your videos, you are even questioning some things that you say. And that is for me something that I admire, something that I like to see. So you are not just here to tell people stuff, you're here to learn, and that is the best thing. And if you are here to learn, then you have to have some humiliation to know, say, you can know everything. Somebody will teach you something. Yeah. And if you come and sit and insult everybody, who will have the time to even teach anything? That's only like the first time I saw it, like I was like, okay, what try dinner to her and what kind and what's the other to and I say no dear. So make us see a mistake. Okay, it's in the flow of time, it's my mistake. Now me try there to one me kind. Me make a slide, number two online, and this is what I produce. You have no right to call anybody low IQ. No, you lose that.
How can you say you can communicate to someone, but if they don't understand? How do you communicate if there's no understanding? That's not communication.
I think the word communication, he has to say.
He's the
because comprehension, reading and comprehension. What I say?
Yeah.
It's all part of the communication.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll be backstage.
As all, Baba Shuaib, I'm coffee. I don't start to know coffee.
And one more thing, so just one thing. Like I think earlier on, I've had this conversation with you. I think one of the problem I see with our communication here, is self. Baba Shuaib, as he's doing it, we think we know we know enough, so there's no need to educate ourselves. And I'm gonna say it again. If you have time, put yourself into a bit of philosophy. And what I say, it helps you to even understand the Bible now, what kind of. It will help you to even understand the Quran now, what kind of. And first of all, it will help you to even like how to express your thoughts in a way it captures what you want to say. It's not just sometimes I identify so many mistakes like both what I say, but then I have to let it go.
Yeah.
Because I always say the person I know anytime I've seen how you've improved in so many things, and it doesn't just come like that. It's by educating, by learning, taking from people. Being humiliating yourself enough to say, oh, somebody will come here who knows something that I don't know, so I give them a chance to talk and order. But if you come here and then you just rubbish everybody, you are never going to develop. And I think that's what is happening to Baba Shuaib.
Exactly.
Hopefully
he always wants to be the wisest person in the room, right? He always wants to be the wisest person in the room. So he has no like room for improvement, according to him. That's how his logic is. So whenever somebody comes and then you are more knowledgeable than him, or you want to correct him on something, he has a big problem with it. I don't know how he's going to deal with this, or his audience. The audience, I check his comments, right? Maybe with the low IQ guy, I check his comments and to see that are people like, because of me, because last time he made an example and then he said something about me having a low IQ. I am like an experienced driver. And then later on, because I exposed that, I brought that out and said he was wrong.
I watched that video, and that's also a good example for me. When I heard him say that, my only thing is he misspoke.
Exactly.
That was the only thing, he misspoke. But then I think if maybe you repeated the video, but I felt like he repeated the same things. Like, I don't know whether he repeated it or whatever. That was when I was like, no, he should take his time because he's been misspeaking. And it made no sense. Like, how can you say an experienced driver? But then it's like unexperienced. So it could be just outspeaking, and and then if somebody does something like this is what I say. You can't just base on that and say, oh, he misspoke and that. Okay, it happens. That doesn't have to be the basic of your whatever you are arguing, because it doesn't add much, But then others will just hold on to these small minute things, come in and insult you. That doesn't help.
The whole thing is, right, if I am the one, he is the one presenting himself as the well-learned person who knows everything, low IQ and stuff like this, right? So if I make the mistake, okay, I make mistakes. It's not good, but that is how it is. I make mistakes. I cannot read properly. I can do mistakes, many petty things. And he is laughing at me for doing these mistakes. But then he also does mistakes. He also do the same thing. And that's why we can point it out. Look at what you are saying here. And then because of what I did, that is why if you go on YouTube on his page, or when you go on Facebook, he has given like in the comment section at minutes or at this time, the correct word is inexperience. Now he's correcting himself. But before I did it, nobody saw it. Nobody even recognized it, because his followers, they don't really listen to what he's saying. They are just there for him because Baba Shuaib is live. They come live. And whatever he says, it goes for them. Nobody checks what he's saying. Like with this comment that he's saying, nobody disagrees with him. Even if they do, they will not say it because they have to give him the ego. I don't know what is wrong with him. Okay, but I think I have to end the conversation because it's 1 hour 30 minutes. I want Baba Shuaib to understand what is going on here. Kofi, did you watch from the beginning from the program?
I think I came in somewhere in the middle.
Did you hear when we were speaking about the honor, how to honor God?
Yeah. I think I got that one. You were talking about worship, and I think he was talking about something about worship is not the same as honor or something like that. I got a bit of that, and it is the same thing. If you put it in context, Surugu just he said it best. I can add much to it. You know what I mean? If I take worship and I put the word there, it could be anything. It could be anything. You know what I mean? But then unless we have context, and then in your context as a Christian, like that means to honor God is to worship God. Okay. And Surugu made that example I made, like collection Sunday no. There's sometimes worshiping God, we can question it because excuse me to say, it's so sometimes, and I think Shuaib, just as I said, he is so eager trying to earn some social media currency. He from him, at least from little that I know from him. Exactly. So he's so focused on trying to be right, trying to get the correct stuff, the fact to the people, instead of trying to win a competition. I think that's what's happening.
I mean, somebody says we are suited crack and cry what's me. So ukra me fan say bi kra na wonim say wo twere kra ka che bia ukoto say obi mobro wa bi ana ekom do obi aboa no na ukoto obi no aka say Yakopon say me boa nipa ya Yakopon fe say nipa yi brent me mo na one will say your intention na we dey boa nipa na is because nyame say me boa na ono nyame na so na nye fe. You are doing it to please God. That is worship. What you say? And just say okwa ko jina ho aqua botching and I do mama come from an aqua incantation. Now I'm worshiping God.
God.
If you
Yeah,
create because me Misunya me me say me and Yamisum Yankopon say. Oh, yeah, Sutia Manasina, I can't assume all this woman. In this context, because you're on the car say ABI and Kabakazo, forget it. But you are doing it just because of God said, you remember God said, do this and you'll be rewarded. And you are doing it so that you get your reward, or maybe to feel better. Anyway, also by the video, will be
Yeah, so sometimes I don't know. The other time I was here earlier and I waited like 20 minutes, although you started no, he started late. I don't know. It was on YouTube, like a scheduled. I don't know whether the time was wrong, because so it should have been online, but then you came later when I came on, but then it was online. You should be online at that time, but so maybe you should check your schedule, or maybe when you are putting up something like that.
Yeah. Maybe because of the StreamYard now I'm using, no? Maybe probably I was about to go live, okay, and then my wife called me, or my children, somebody
of
needed me,
course, made a minute.
And then it took all, because when sometimes right now I am home alone, right? And then it's possible. And yeah, is a situation. Situation with me right now, no, it's stressful. It's stressful. Okay. Let me end this conversation here. Baba Shuaib message now, and they say, okay, be honest to yourself. That's what I'm going to say. When you read the Bible, nobody's asking you to accept or believe what the Bible says, but at least represent the Bible how it is. When the Bible says something and it's about God, we honor God by worshiping God. So if Jesus is saying, they know exactly what this verse means, but if they acknowledge it, they will have to then acknowledge that Jesus is claiming to demanding worship. So they don't want to acknowledge it. That is the whole issue here.
It's true, because the other time he was also making a statement about the Quran has been the same, like Quran and since whatever. I think he made something like that. Yeah. And I was like, this is not something even any scholar, any Muslim scholar, serious scholar would say.
Nobody says this. But the point is that when he says something about the Quran and you want to bring an extra source from outside the Quran to say, okay, these are the sources about the Quran, he will deny them.
Yeah, and this is why sometimes I find it a bit difficult to listen to him, because he doesn't want to face reality, and sometimes
but when he reads the Bible, he wants to go outside from the Bible and go and say, but okay, who wrote this? Look at this logic. Mustafa, this is the number there, right? WhatsApp number that you can have. You can call this number. WhatsApp only. Okay, WhatsApp only. He wasn't able to tell us how to honor Allah. This guy.
Mustafa or
I don't know, but let's see.
You see what Anna they went to bank half an hour before. Oh, we become phone in, never can correctional officer and corrective. Anyway, so all the best, and then happy New Year too. I think that the whole of this year in share,
The whole of this year,
okay. Let me follow only Yahuda debate you're gonna I'm sure. I'm saying that by my continue debate. It doesn't be still be anymore.
Yeah, but I called Yahuda when I was in Ghana, right? I was in when we called Ghana, no, I stayed in Accra for 2 days.
Okay.
I was lucky that I even planned this ahead, that I would stay in Accra for 2 days, because one of my luggages didn't come. So I had to go to the airport the next day for the luggage. Yeah,
okay. Let's start a business class. I know we're back and everything.
Okay, God willing, maybe. So I was lucky. I was even lucky. I had 2 luggages when I was going, right? One was my own luggage, which my things are in, and the other one was luggages. People gave some things that people gave to me to send down. And then my own luggage didn't come. The one for other people, the one came.
Yes.
So I was lucky that I had this short. What I was wearing, right? It was like the only thing that I had with me in my hand luggage. It was the only thing that I had with me. So that's what I had to put on. And I called Yahuda. Yahuda said he was around that area where I was. I was at Osu.
Oh, okay.
I was at Osu.
So you jumped on it.
Yeah, I said okay.
Come, let's trash this.
So let's meet. Let me come and meet you, because if I am here and I'm speaking about guys online the whole time. If I come there and then you have time, why can't we meet?
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
I
that's good. Like you said something earlier. You at some point you are gonna meet the person. So are you gonna talk to the person like that? That's why you have to keep some level of respect, no matter what you're doing. Because there's also life outside from online and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Social media.
I can be speaking about some people. It doesn't mean I hate them and I can't meet them personally. If I see them, I will meet them personally if they want to meet with me. Of course, I cannot force somebody to meet with me, right? I don't want to say the name, but there's one guy also who is in Ghana. I called him. I said, "Yo, I've seen that you are in Ghana right now, right? I'm also in Kumasi. Can we meet up?" He said, "No, I'm in Nigeria right now." He said, "No, he has left Kumasi. He's in Nigeria." But I saw him posting the next day. He's in Kumasi State. He's in Kumasi the whole time, right?
It's okay.
So it's okay. You can say, "No, I'm not interested," but because you don't have to meet with me. So it's okay. So if I call you and I say, "Hey, I'm in Kumasi, I'm in Ghana, can we meet?" I met with some people, some guys that have been calling or like discussing on WhatsApp. I called him one in Kenya. I met with him in Sean Paul, Sean Nation. I met with him too. I called him. I said, "Sean, I am here. I'm there. Can we meet? Can we meet and speak?" He said, "Yeah, of course." And then we also scheduled, and then we met. You know, so not everybody wants to meet with you, of course.
Wow.
But
only Sean Nation then I'm my camera. You didn't want it that way or what?
No, because the way that we met, you know, and then we were sitting in somebody's store. We were sitting in somebody's store, and then it wasn't like
a planned debate. So I get it. It was some kind of casual meeting. All right, no problem. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll catch up later sometime.
Catch up later, and there are so many things that we need to talk about. You know, you need to double up.
Maybe
we need to double up.
Discussion.
And there was one thing that I was I want you and Baba Shuaib to be here to talk, and I'll be here to moderate it. I always say this.
I already sent him a message before. I already sent him a message and I asked him, so I would love to have a conversation with you, right?
And tell him there will be a moderator, and then if you want to get in contact and order, so that we put structure to what you are doing, so that when a class here doesn't devolve into the shouting match and those things.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So offline.
All right. The next week, if I don't show up, maybe next month, and I'll be coming to Vienna.
Now, warum nicht? Okay, so usually, okay, ich habe immer montags und dienstags frei. Sag mal so.
Ja. Ich werde sowieso vorher kommunizieren und dann machen wir was aus.
Jeden Montag und Dienstag ist mein freier Tag, und dann, wenn du anrufst, höchstwahrscheinlich habe ich Zeit dann, weil das Kind ist jetzt im Kindergarten, mein Baby ist im Kindergarten.
Okay. Oh, dann hast du die Hände voll zum Tod.
Ja, genau.
Okay, hey, wir werden uns jetzt.
Okay.
Aye. Ciao.
Bye. Baba Shuaib, okay, yesterday. Seto SSK. I hope he will learn something from this. This has not personal attack, foolish, idiot. This is unnecessary. Okay, and you understanding P or English better than me, it's okay. But I know that somebody is definitely. You see now, two people join us, and then even how I understand the word, they were able to also say something which maybe you didn't know as Baba Shuaib. You see that we have levels. So stop bragging, boasting with your English. Stop bragging, because I've heard better English than this. I've heard a lot of people speak better English than what you do. So there's not yesterday, Baba Shuaib, okay, and focus. Jesus said, "Honor the Father, just as you honor the Son." Honor the Son, honor the Son, just as you honor the Father. So the way you were speaking arrogantly, right, doesn't mean you were correct. I want people to understand the way he was speaking arrogantly and belittling me doesn't mean he was correct. I want this to be end and see how arrogant and how he is. Okay, if you watch from the beginning, you understand what we mean, and the reason why I'm posting this again. Okay, the arrogancy and his ignorance. Listen one more time.
Okay, let's go to the second thing he's going to speak about. Let's see.
So let's continue.
Never told anybody that worship me.
Look at this. Jesus never said you should worship him. Are you sure?
Yes.
He makes the statement on his platform. Nobody is going back to check. Nobody's going to back. Did Jesus really say this? Let's put it on the screen. Let's see what Jesus said. Because it's amazing. They are all there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where he's going to embarrass himself again. Be ready to laugh, please. Be ready to laugh. Seto is going to prove to us where Jesus said, worship me. Worship me. He's going to prove. Look. Be ready to laugh, please.
According to John chapter 5, verse number 23, Jesus is the one speaking here. That all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. Just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. So according to this statement, the honor that you give to the Father, you have to give just as to the Son. So do you worship the Father? Do you honor the Father? Do you worship him? Do you praise him? Jesus is saying you should also do to the Son.
Oh my God, Seto. Oh my God. Look, Seto nearly gave me a heart attack. Hey, Seto.
You hear that? We are the confused one, not him. Okay, let's continue.
Seto quoted John chapter 5, verse 23. And he says that all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Your same Bible says, honor thy parents. Your parents, you should honor them. Honor means you show respect towards somebody. It doesn't mean worship. You are a dummy, for God's sake. You are stop embarrassing Ghana, Seto. What is this? Baba Shuaib made a claim. I said, show me where Jesus explicitly says, worship me. Jesus never claimed he is God. He never said, I am God. Jesus never told anybody, worship me. You are a fool and a dummy because you don't understand simple English. Auntie Brofo. You have a problem. So you need to see an English doctor to help you to understand the word worship is not the same as the word honor. Right? You can honor your parents, you can honor your boss, you can honor. We worship only God. Quran chapter 4, verse 36, you worship God. Quran chapter 18, verse 110, you don't associate anyone in the worship of your God. So it is only God who deserves to be worshipped. Right? So don't fool yourself. Please go and come back again. You are fooling yourself. I'm even tired. I don't need to respond to you again. We are not on the same level. You know that. I don't need to speak much. Seto, you know that. We are not on the same level. Right? Your IQ is...
Okay. So this is how he was speaking about me on his platform to his audience, claiming he is the correctional officer. And that's why I want people to see. It doesn't bother me much. The insult, it's not good, but what can we do? You see, by their fruit you shall know them. That's what the Bible says. So the one who is leading him is maybe letting him speak like that. It's okay. But how can you say honor means to respect somebody? He said it in this audio. To honor means to respect somebody. Is God somebody? Are you using the honor that you give to some people the same honor to God? Think for yourself, okay? The response to whatever if you just join us and you want to understand what just went on, we have already answered it. It's in the video. I can't play it back, okay? Please go back and watch the response that how Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, has embarrassed himself with his own. It is his own making. He's doing this to himself, not me. Okay, I just have to present it to people, and I have a lot of videos. I said I can break him down With my low IQ, I can break him down with his own words. I don't have to come and insult him. I can just point out the things that he is saying on his own platform and use that against him, because a lot of mistakes are in there. Inconsistency, contradictions in his own statements. Ignorance, like what he's saying. Worship has nothing to do with honor. Worship is not honor. You see now? But if you ask him, how do you honor Allah? Is worship part of you honoring Allah? He will say yes. Settle SSKT for conversation. We see what I said. Okay, let's end this conversation here. Okay, may the peace of Christ be with you all. For Mr. Share this video for us. Share and tag him. Tag Baba Shuaib for me. And a lot of people are on the line right now, but I don't see many shares on Facebook. Please share this video for us. Especially if you're a Christian, let the people know, because how this guy is sitting on his platform, like deceiving people to believe in what he's saying is true. If you go and watch how he is deceiving, how he speaks about Christians, how he speaks about the Bible. That is why I have to make the video and let people understand that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He used to be humble, but when it comes to the Bible, because he has no arguments against the Bible, that is how he is behaving the way he is doing. He has no argument. When it comes to Islam and the Quran, he makes good arguments based on the Quran. And the Muslims, a lot of them, they cannot refute what he's saying. But when it comes to the Bible, we can refute exactly what he's saying. So he picks out one verse and base everything on one verse. He doesn't want contest. That's why he was saying in the other video, not always you need contest. Which logical or reasonable person will want to speak out of context sometimes? Which person will want to speak out of context, even if he knows that people may misunderstand what he's saying, but he will still say it because he doesn't need to show context sometimes. And only fools always want context. Is it logical? Is it sensible? Seto SSK, please share this for us, okay? Let me check on Facebook. On YouTube, please share. If you're watching me on YouTube too, share this video for us. Leave a comment. Let me know if I am wrong somewhere. Let me know, okay? Because as you know, the low IQ guy deserves to learn. Okay, look at what this Muslim brother is saying here. Mustafa is saying, as for Baba, we all know he is too emotional. Baba Shuaib. Look, another Muslim. So honoring God can mean worship, right? So honoring God can only mean worship. And I didn't say only mean worship, but to honor God, the best honor you can give to God is to worship God. To my understanding, say I'm wrong. To worship God, to obey God, right? These are all part of you honoring God. I didn't say only. I don't know why you are using only. Okay. So you yourself as a Muslim, if you say you are honest, you are sincere, do you honor Allah? You will say yes. Do you worship Allah? You will say yes. You worshiping Allah is showing that you are honoring Allah. So the honor has something to do with the worship. You obey Allah, right? Obey Allah is you honor Allah. That has something. Honoring it can be used in many ways. Okay. You can also please human by helping them, and also have pleased God doesn't mean to worship God. Okay, this is what somebody is saying here. Okay, I don't get what he's trying to say. Okay, this Muslim brother is saying here, Kagaran is saying, what if I only obey Allah? Did I honor him? Of course you honored him. If you obey Allah, look at what you mean you only. If you say you obey Allah, right, that means Allah is saying, like he quoted the Quran chapter 4, verse number 36. Worship Allah. It says worship Allah. So when Allah, you are obeying Allah, that means you are honoring Allah, and Allah is saying worship him, then you worship him. That is the honoring. You are still honoring Allah. Okay. So to honor Allah is to obey Allah, to worship Allah. That is honor. Look at what does it mean, case closed? The case closed. What if I only obey Allah? Did I honor him? Yes, you honor him. And you obeying Allah means you are worshiping Allah, because Allah said worship him. But the Bible uses okay, let me see it here. The Bible uses serve God, and we know service can be used as human. Exactly. Okay, yes. To serve God, You serve human, to respect, to love. All these can be also used to human beings. But in context, when you are speaking about God, and we say you honor your parents, that's the Bible says, and we should honor God too. But the honor that we give to God is not the same as the honor you give to your parents, because your parents are not God. We are speaking about the Creator. Okay. Look at this Muslim brother. What if I only respect Allah? Did I honor him? Yes, you did honor him. Only respect. People get the message here. Okay, Seto SSK. So you cannot say to honor God has nothing to do with worship God. Okay. Baba Shuaib, yesterday. Okay. Seto SSK for every conversation we see what I say now. Okay. Listen to him.
When you are defending a confusion, it shows that you, the defender, you are confused. Do you get my point?
According to the English, because I depend on the English translation.
Okay.
So English translation.
Yeah.
It says he.
Seto, do you understand context?
Exactly. So you Baba Shuaib,
No, wait. I'm asking you something. Do you understand context?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to read verse 1 to verse 3. Then we see if he's talking about somebody else other than God. Sometimes you can just say a sentence or a statement without actually needing to build a context.
What?
Only fools think whenever you quote a verse to try to make a point, you have to always build a context. Only fools think that way, especially people with shallow thinking. Seto, do you understand context?